Hi everyone, Ross at LG Insurance here, talking to you about fleet insurance and what you can do to help keep your premiums low. Now, unlike most motor insurances where the claims are paid from a communal pot that all policy premiums are put into, fleet insurance is rated against your company's claims experience. Therefore, the higher the cost of the claims you have and the higher the number of claims, the higher your premiums are going to be. So, what are the two areas we can consider that will help with this subject? So, the first one is driver behaviours. Depending on the fleet size, the amount of vehicles you've got, the size of the vehicles, the number of drivers, how many miles they do, some of these things that I list off here and talk about may resonate and some not. All depends on your company. So the first one I want to talk about is vehicle tracking. Not the vehicle tracking that just tells you where your vehicle is, hopefully, if it's stolen, but the ones that give you live data on speed and vehicle whereabouts. Another one is vehicle CCTV. And I don't mean dash cams, I mean the CCTV in the cab. We also have done a bit of research speaking to companies that have got bigger fleets, larger premiums and have large claims, where they've brought in a couple of measures, be it driver performance bonus or excess contribution. So I'll talk to you about excess contribution first. So that will be if a driver has a claim where it's considered it could have been avoidable, then they are asked to contribute towards the policy excess. Or another one, it would be where you set a bonus, a theoretical bonus, that coincides with the renewal of your motor policy. So you say for a driver instance, right, at the end of our policy, you've got £1,000 bonus. Every claim that you have, which is your fault and we deem avoidable, then we reduce X amount from your bonus. Now, I spoke to a transport manager a few years ago about this, and he was employed to help reduce premiums because their fleet was massive, their claims were also massive, and their premiums were in the hundreds of thousands. Now, he put this system in place and he found that the cost of paying out driver bonuses were actually well covered by the saving of insurance premiums and the reduction of claims. It's not only costs involved in claims, it's the whole losing half a day, getting your vehicle back or getting the driver recovered. So it all does help. Now, another thing that you can do is have vehicle check logs, where it's basically a list of things that drivers need to check as and when they're driving the vehicles. Especially now with most modern vehicles, we just jump in, turn the key, start, go, don't think about anything because they're so reliable. But there's still a number of things that drivers really should be looking at. Tyre pressure, tyre tread, things like how much water's in the vehicle, check the oil, washer bottles are full up, all things that might contribute, small factors, but will contribute in the event of like an emergency situation. Now, the other item, and this is the last one for driver behaviours, is glove box claim cards. Now, we issue claim cards for all of our fleet customers, and what they are is a folded A4 booklet, and within it, it's got the information of what your policy number is, who you need to call in event of a claim or a breakdown, and also details of what questions to ask and what information to get at the side of the road, and lots of space to write this in. Now, we've found that with this, everyone knows what they need to do in the event of a claim. But when you've actually just been involved in an accident, you're not thinking straight. So just have some pointers of what to remember, what you need to do, take, ask, who to phone, will help massively. Now, we actually provide both these documents, the glove box claim cards and the vehicle check logs. So if you would like a template that you can use for your own business, then if you follow the link below this video, then we'll happily send you out one that you can start using straight away. And second item, what we can look at, or the second subject rather that we can look at in terms of helping your policy premiums, are security. Now, we all know that theft is on the rise, theft of vehicles, theft of tools. The cases that we're seeing a lot of now is whereby People have tried to break into vehicles for tools, but have rendered that vehicle lockable even, and then undrivable, unroadworthy. And this delays jobs, delays contracts, causes all sorts of problems. So a few things to consider. Don't keep tools on show when they're parked up. Locking vehicles when you're in and out. Now, it might seem ridiculous to have to lock a vehicle, go take a tool to a drive, walk 20 foot back, unlock it. But trust me, we have had claims where people are on a driveway. They can see the van, they can hear the van, but people still get into the van and take tools. And again, if you've got to try and replace a tool that you needed for that job that day, that's going to add to your cost of the job. You're going to lose profit on it, you're going to lose time. So other things that you can do that will help stop vehicles being stolen are fuel cut-out switches. Now, alarms don't really do anything nowadays because people ignore alarms, and immobilizers are too easy to bypass. So fuel cut-out switches can be fitted by a qualified mechanic, for example, are hidden. You can't see them. They're very cost effective. Deadlocks is another thing which you probably already know about, but it's well worth considering. And also security cages. Now, security cages are literally exactly what they say. You open your sliding door, you think you can get in, but there's a cage door that you've got to get through next. That will help prevent people getting tools in and out. So all these things are worth considering. And you might think, oh, well, it's a lot of cost up front, but you'll be surprised how cost effective some of these things are. And also in the long term, especially if you've got a big fleet, the amount of saving you can make on your insurance premiums is great. So if you'd like any more information on this, then please do get in touch via the details above, the link below, or call our office on 01708 730 830.